conversation about relationships and millennials.
What happened? Is this something personal?
No, nothing happened. I looked at a video of Stedman and Oprah. Don't drop the mic. And I think that their relationship is so beautiful because it doesn't have any titles. It doesn't have any expectations. But here are two people who have been in a relationship for 30 plus years. And they ain't got no type of drama. You ever hear about Stedman and Oprah? Ever?
Are you a billionaire, Jan?
Okay, that is besides the point. I'm on my way, but that is besides the point. Like, still, they got together before
Jan,
they were
if you had
billionaires.
$1 billion and you went through the struggles that you know about, you wouldn't be struggling either. You could be single.
Wow.
Yeah.
And be okay.
Go ahead, Mom.
But here's the thing. What I've read and what I know about this is that she decided not to do it because her values would tell her she could not be who she is, you know, like doing the movies and all those kind of things, and be his wife, because to her, a wife is at home, a wife takes care of her husband, a wife does all that. So to me, they have made their vows and their commitment to each other.
Right.
And that's what it is.
Right.
We will be together because I'm gonna be respectful and not marry you and then have to change my life or drag you through this.
And she's rich enough to do that.
Well,
that too. Meet somebody.
But think about it. Think about black people. Because black people especially, I got so many aunties and uncles that have been together but have never been married but are still together, got kids, got a house together, everything, but have never been married.
Yeah, but it calls
but it's the same thing again. I think they've made their own commitment.
Right.
And that's what a marriage is a commitment.
Right.
The only reason why people go and do it legally is because it gives you a legal piece of paper. It gives you some standing in the law. But there's a thing called common law. You can be with somebody forever and ever, and they'll recognize that.
Right.
That's what common law is.
Right.
But I think when people have been together that long, they have made their own kind of commitment.
Right.
It might not be what people think it should be, like go to church, get married, or go to the law and do it, but they've made their own commitment. Now me, I would love to be married, but I have a whole different perspective of what I think marriage is now. As I have gotten older and been through a marriage and a few relationships,
right.
I have my own idea of what I think it should be. And a big piece of it is a commitment. What is our commitment? What are we going to do? Regardless of what anybody else thinks we should be doing, what are we going to do?
Right.
Go ahead then, Mama. You got a boyfriend?
That ain't your business.
Oh, she said I'm grown. Oh, I love
Why would
her.
you say that? Why would you say that?
Because
She's
you
grown.
he said, do I have a boyfriend?
You got boyfriends?
I'm not married, so I might have
a few.
Why would you stop? It's cut.
He said, why would you say that?
No.
Okay.
No.
We just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
So I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think monogamy is possible?
Blenda? I'm sorry, Mom.
She said, boy. You see me calling her mom.
It's okay. It's okay. No. I really do think it's possible, because I think that if you really, really do care about, if you really care about somebody, you will want to be just with that person.
Right.
Now, if you have not had the opportunity in your life to be and do other things, you might get curious, which might throw you off if somebody's trying to throw you off.
Right.
But it's possible. You asked me if I thought it was possible. I believe it's possible.
Do you think it's possible?
You've been married before.
Yeah.
You learning stuff about your mama.
I was married to his daddy. He knows.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm out the loop. It's me.
She was married.
Chuck, do you think monogamy is possible?
Probably.
Is it possible for you?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I think that,
Chuck, you a changed man, bro.
Not in front of my mama.
I'm sorry, bro. That's all I said.
Gosh.
She
think I'm still a virgin.
I put it like this. If you're not, you're going to have a lot of work to do, because it ain't easy trying to handle more than one. It ain't easy, I'm telling you.
She don't know about St. Cloud.
No, but here's my thing. When your feelings are really involved, it's hard. It's really hard to do more than one thing.
Yeah.
And then to keep both and to keep
It's emotionally draining.
It's emotionally draining. Who wants to do that?
Right.
Who wants to feel that way?
Right. She out here preaching.
You
This
know?
is a message to the
for real.
millennials. This is what it's gonna be called, a message to the millennials.
Yeah,
Because mama is speaking.
I figure until you're ready to make a commitment, then don't. But I also think, if you have to think about this, if you're running around with a whole bunch of people, guess what? Whoever you're running around with, they running around with a whole bunch of people too.
Right.
Do
That's
you
true.
want that? Do you
Right.
want to deal with somebody
Or
like
they're
that?
too insecure to leave you and just put up with it.
And
And you
if-
don't want that either.
Not only that, and if they are with you and they're that insecure, your relationship's going to be miserable.
Right. Because it's
No.
going to push you to go cheat some more. Like, wow, she's speaking facts. We needed to.
And I want to say something. You said something about it pushes you. It doesn't even push you. It just makes you kind of not want to be there.
Right.
It may not push you nowhere, but it makes you not want to be there.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel
And,
it.
and the other person will keep saying, you must have somebody else. You must have somebody else. No, I just don't want you.
Right.
Can't do that.
Ooh.
I
You
hear
get what I'm
That's a
saying?
message. Mhm.
Think about it. I mean, yeah, I sowed
You
my
sure you
oats
got
in
no
my
boyfriends?
day. I sowed my oats in my day.
She ignored him.
You know
Why would you embarrass me in front of my fans?
why?
'Cause-
Oh.
Because she not answering your
I was
questions.
just looking at my phone was just ringing, and I was like, y'all done talked this man up. That
What?
Somebody I didn't want to talk to called me while y'all was doing this.
Girl, who?
Ooh-wee.
Anyway, I date.
Okay, mom. Your mom and my mom need to be friends. My mom need a boyfriend. I ain't gonna lie. And I know it's weird for me to say, but like,
Y'all should have just did this show together.
low key. Where's my mom? Mom, where you at?
I know. I miss your mom.
I'd like to meet you, Mom.
You know her, I know her mama.
You told me you knew her mom.
Yeah, I was in her family portrait.
Oh my! How did
Okay.
he manage that?
Okay, see what
The
happened.
only
Mom?
light skin.
Oh my God. So what happened, Mom, is that we're supposed to have a dual photo shoot. My family's supposed to have photo pictures taken, and then afterwards, Chucky and I were supposed to have photos taken for the podcast.
Okay.
But my mom was just so in love with Chucky. She said, "Bring a denim shirt,"
And I brought a denim shirt, and
And
I was
he-
in the picture.
and he hopped in the picture.
So it's a mailman's son, huh?
Basically, a brother I didn't ask for, but here we are. Like,
Oh my goodness.
And she was
That's
like, "Get in the
nice.
picture." I
She's
was
a
like,
sweetheart.
okay.
and you was cheesing hard too. Like, I'm so mad. Anyways,
but-
why don't y'all think relationships last these days?
Why don't you think relationships last these days? Sometimes you gotta flip the question on the mama because you start tripping.
Oh, okay.
I think a big part of it is social media, but I also think a large part of it is media and movies and TV shows. Like, we grow up with these expectations of what we think love is supposed to be.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like Disney Channel, Sleeping Beauty, you know, all that stuff. And then when we get into actual real relationships, it's like, oh, excuse my French, mom, but this shit is hard. You know what I mean? Like, this is hard work. Pocahontas didn't have to work this hard to get John. You know what I mean? Sleeping Beauty just had
Not
to go
that
to
we know of.
Right, exactly. And so it's like, and then you put all these expectations on social media, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they haven't posted in a while, so they're not happy. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like to have a healthy relationship nowadays, you almost have to keep it off of social media.
So let me just say this to you. When you say Pocahontas didn't have to work that hard to get John, the stories I know about history,
Oh,
they
she's talking-
worked that hard. No, I'm seriously.
True.
No, I know in the
She-
in the cartoon it didn't.
True.
It didn't show all that,
Yeah.
and they don't
True.
tell you all that.
Right.
But they had to work hard to keep their relationship together, and we all know why, right?
True.
Okay, so my point is that in social media and in cartoons and in movies, they don't show those hard parts,
Right.
like you said. They
Right.
don't show those hard parts.
Right.
But they had to work for that. If you
Right.
learn your history,
Right.
y'all, you'll see they had to work for
She was
that.
a Black Panther for
Ariel
real.
just wanted to have some legs so
Oh
she can be with her. Like everybody,
Look at
like,
me.
Yeah.
Isn't it me?
That was hard. Imagine trying to be with a fish.
Chucky, I'm not gonna play with you. What do you think? Why do you think it's so hard, Chuck?
Cause imagine Jade trying to be with Tarzan. Like, that was hard.
Any relationship is going to be hard.
True.
He had to teach her how to speak gorilla.
And I also think too, I'm not listening to you, Chuck.
Yeah, don't pay him no
I
mind.
also think too that our generation hasn't been taught the definition of hard work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we haven't been taught how to lose. And so it's just like when we encounter something difficult, it's like, well, forget this. I don't want to deal with this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Versus back in the day, my grandmama and granddaddy, they argued, but they stuck it out.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean?
That's right. That's right.
Chuck, you
I
ain't got no
think of how my kids have like multiple social media accounts. They have a social media account for them. They have a social media account, like a parody account, and they have a social media account to like express.
Is this
how
a
they
real
feel.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You can ask any of my kids. They say, "Yeah,
I believe it.
If they don't have if they don't have more than one, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I used to. I just deleted it because I just stopped using it."
Wow.
But they'd be like, "Yeah, they'll make multiple accounts
That's crazy.
just because to express themselves or to feel like blah 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 blah."
And then also too, now I think about it, I think social media like multiplies our access to people. You know what I mean? So it's like back in the day, like you knew who went to your school, who went to your church, and who was on your block. Now all of a sudden you could connect with somebody halfway across the world and have a whole affair. You know what I mean? Like it's just like You just have access.
Do you
to
watch
some-
Catfish? I think
That
it's
is my
stupid.
Yeah.
no. I love that show.
It's so stupid. It'd be like, man, we got a savings account together. How?
I think it's so
But how do you
interesting.
have a savings account together?
But social media lets you hide.
It does.
It makes you hide your real, you know, your real feelings. You don't, and you can say stuff on social media that you would never say to somebody's face.
That's real.
That's crazy to me.
There's
That's real.
no way I'm having a joint account with you, like a savings account with you.
And I ain't never met you a
Right.
day in my life. But when you think about it though, like some of these people like are lonely. Some of these people are really insecure. You know what I mean? A lot of people. I tried dating online. It's not for me. Like listen. I swiped on Soul Swipe a couple times, and I was like,
On
dog.
Soul Swipe, you
Right. It's like
black.
I am
You're
a
black.
Negro. I was like, I ain't going to Tinder. But you know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't deserve this. But in all honesty, I think a lot of people are lonely out here, and they don't have the confidence to walk up to somebody and be like, hey, let's go grab a drink. You know what I mean? And so like apps like that is just like
That's because Bill Cosby. Sorry,
Stop,
my
Jeff.
bad. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry.
I can't even take you seriously in this
I'm sorry,
conversation.
Mama.
He is, yeah.
I
he's-
think that but no, I think that I just think that people are just like weird,
It is strange.
especially for me
It is
because
strange.
I'm the type of person that could be on social media and like not care about what you post.
Right.
Like I just be like, that's funny, and then you keep it moving. I don't really have.
Okay,
that.
so
I'm too attached.
I'm at a place where I meet guys, and they'll say, "Ooh, can I have your phone number?" And I'll say, "Sure," you know, because I don't mind going to have a
They do
drink or
that?
going out. Yeah, but
You
then
don't ever tell me.
But then they
She
do this.
grown,
This
she
is
don't gotta
but
tell
this
you.
is what happens, and it just blows me away. They'll call me and they'll say, "Okay, call me sometime." Wait a minute, you asked me for my number.
Right.
Why I gotta call you?
Right.
And doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you. It just means that you asked to call me. If I don't want to talk to you, you're not gonna get my number.
Right.
If you call me, I'll talk to you. If you say let's go to dinner, I will probably go to dinner with you.
Right.
I might meet you there,
Right.
depending.
Mm-hmm.
You know, things like that. So to me, that's part of what I've learned over my lifetime is that that's how I want to get to know somebody, and I want somebody to pursue me because I feel like I'm a woman and I deserve that.
Right.
So call me. And if you keep calling me, I might like that.
Right.
If you don't want to call me no more, then I think we can be done.
Right.
You know,
I think this is over.
Here's the thing. I said all that because that's where insecurities come in. I've run into so many guys that just stop calling me for no reason. Because I
I
didn't
don't
call
know.
them.
Don't look at me like I know why they stopped calling
Well,
you.
my point is because they can't handle the rejection.
Right.
Or they feel like they're being rejected because I'm not calling them. And it doesn't mean I won't call them. I
Right.
will. But I'm not pursuing you. You asked me for my number.
Right.
Did they?
Pursue me a little bit.
Right.
you
And
know?
then I might give you a
And
little
then,
something.
then I might pursue you
No,
too.
no. Tell them to leave you
But
alone.
but grown men my age, and I'm almost 60, I'm going to tell y'all this. They start doing things like this. You're cute. I like you. How old are you?
Right.
They do that.
They trying
You
to keep
know?
up with the new age.
They don't know what to do. No, they get confused. And they don't know what to do. Why not just be yourself?
Right.
Why not just be who you are?
And at that age, you would think you would know yourself and be comfortable
and
within
be
yourself.
comfortable with yourself.
Right.
you
That's
know?
crazy.
But they start
They
acting,
do that?
They start acting like they 15. And I'm like,
Mom's
you know
like, I don't
what?
got the time.
You know what?
Since when? You
I
never did my.
I prayed for gray hair
Girl.
so the 15-year-old boy stopped talking to me. Okay.
I love her.
I don't need
we
the
bringing her back to the show.
15-year-old.
When did they do that?
Calm down, baby.
Where do you go?
She's like, where do you go to meet these
Everywhere
men?
I go. Okay.
They talk to you like that?
All the time. All the
Do
time.
they?
And sometimes I just go, no.
But she's cute though. I can see why, Chuck. You can't be mad at that.
She probably get more play than me. I don't get nobody talk to me.
You shouldn't. You are in a whole
but
relationship.
don't nobody know that.
Now they know.
I know.
They should
Gabby.
know.
No, they do. Everybody. I mean,
Not
everybody
only that,
knows
but they
that.
should know when women approach you, they should know.
How?
If they
Because
approach
you
you,
should
you
tell
should
them.
exactly. You should curve.
I mean, yeah. tell
You
them.
getting yourself caught up.
No,
I'm gonna tell Gabby to listen to this
I'll tell
episode.
them, but
I know.
like,
I
like,
know.
I ain't gonna be like, hey, what's up, yo?
Chucky,
you met my
to be
girl?
honest with you, Chucky has really never had time. I mean, he might have been
Ew.
doing whatever he was doing in college, but that's college. And anytime I've known, and I'm just gonna say this, anytime
still
I've
a virgin.
known him, no, I know that's a lie. But anytime that I have anytime I've known him to be in a relationship, he's been in that relationship.
Right.
That's what I know, and I would vouch for that if I had to, not just because he's my son, because I know what it looks like for somebody to be playing around, because I've been played around on. And I've
Have
watched
you?
people. I've watched other people be played around and said, "You want me to call your girlfriend? You want my number? Why? So I can call you and tell you that I'm getting ready to call your girlfriend
Right.
because you're trying to call me."
I
You know,
love her.
For real.
She keeps it from. I see where you get it from, Chuck. She
You know
keeps
what
it
I mean?
real. I
You know
get what you mean, Mom.
I mean, it's not that hard. It's just people are not used to being straight up front. They're not used to being honest. They're not able to handle. If somebody told me no, I'd be like, okay.
Right.
You know, might hurt my feelings and I might go cry, but I'm going to get over it and keep on moving.
Right.
You know?
Because that person is not the end of everything.
Right. It can't be. If I
Right.
wake up and breathe, I'm supposed to keep moving.
Ooh, good vibes. I'm gonna requote that.
It
Good
might
vibes.
hurt, but I'm supposed to keep moving.
Yes, that is a message. Okay, Mom, let me ask you.
Okay.
So, us being Chucky, I'm 25, going on 26. Chucky's now 25. What do you think is an ideal age to get married? Should we wait? Is now the time?
You know, there's no ideal age. I would say you can be too young, and I mean that not in age. I mean that in maturity. If you're mature, do you remember what I was talking about? Relationships. If you have your commitment with your partner, with your friend, or whoever it is, then you two talk about that and see and decide if you're ready to be together forever and always, and that's what you really want to do.
Right.
I would say at a certain age, you're still, like when you're in college, you're still doing things. When you're trying to find your first job, you're doing things. When you're trying to get your own apartment, you're still doing things. But if you feel settled enough, or if you feel like the both of you can settle together and you can talk about it and be together, that's when you're ready.
Right.
You know? People laugh at me because I didn't have my first child till I was 26, almost 27 years old. And all of my friends had kids already.
All my friends. Have
But
kids.
I was crying when I was pregnant at 26. I was crying like I was 16.
Right.
Because didn't feel like I was ready. That wasn't my plan.
Right.
Oh, Lord. It was not my plan.
Right.
But, you know, my mom sat me down. She said, "You're not 16. You can take care of a child if you have to. So
Right.
let's just do this."
Right.
And that's what kind of pulled me together. And it's the same thing. At some point, if you're not ready and you're not
Babo
mature.
said that?
She sure
That's my
did.
grandmother name.
He called
Shout
her
out to
Babo.
Grandma.
But my whole point is that if you're ready and your partner is ready and you guys have talked about what that really means, what ready really means, it's not because we love each other, we're giggly and googly. That ain't ready.
Right.
That ain't ready. Can we pay bills together? Can we match hard times together? Can we get through this? Can we cry together? Can we? Well,
And
you know.
No, stop.
It's funny that you say that, though, because I had a disagreement with somebody on my podcast earlier when I first started it, because they were like, well, you know, marriage should be based on love. And I'm like, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's more of a business move. You know what I mean? Like, love is definitely a part of that. But at the same time, I'm old enough to know that love changes. You know what I mean? And even though I love you today, don't mean I'm going to love you the same the next day. You know what I mean? But am I going to be able to weather the storm with you is the real question. Like,
And then that is love.
Right.
If I can weather the storm with you, then our business arrangement's going to work.
Right.
Regardless of whatever we have to do.
Right.
You know, if I can weather the storm, and so that's where I see business coming in. But love is weathering